Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, everybody. I'm a sexy bitch today. I look like the gym teacher from Human Resources, or what's that big mouth? Oh my God, you guys can laugh. We're actually live. You guys are like, is he just fucking with us? Nah, it's actually working. Good morning, salutations, motherfuckers. It's Suitman. Yeah, I can even hear my dot. I remind myself of T-Man. I think that's why I do that. Never mind. You guys don't even know what the fuck that means. Anyways, good morning. Salutations. It's Duante, Suitman, Barnett. I know we've been gone for a while. It's Dating with Disabilities 22. Woo!
Yay!
We got Tigger and Eeyore. Those are the two different characters we got. I'm gonna let you guys figure out which one's is whose. But our guest is more like Eeyore, and our co-host is more like Tigger this morning. But we're here. I'm not queer. I always want to say that because it rhymes. That's the black in me. I want to be like, we're here and we're queer. And I'm like, I'm not. They're queer, but they're not queer. Our queers aren't here this morning. It's just the straights. God damn it. Sorry. Da, 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 da. I don't even have my damn sound effects, girl. This is gonna be hard without Janejira. I'm over here doing the fucking sound effects in my mind. Like, this is horrible. But we're here. We're not queer. But what we are here for is representation. I don't
Someone's disappointed.
You're just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. But we're here. There's a reason why we do this, and I don't always bring this up, and I don't always say it, but the reason why this is so big is because it's about representation. When I met Hollis, even when I met my guest next month, when I met Hollis in particular, I had no clue what to say. And part of that's because of my Asperger's, because I wanted to be, hey, what's wrong? And you don't say that to people, and you don't, right? Then I wanted to be like, hey, you look normal on the top. Because we're about to say,
nobody can tell I'm 4'8", as wide as I am tall, and built like a side-by-side mini fridge.
Exactly. You look like you're my size. We'll get into that in a minute, right? But the other part is that I had a friend who quit the show, and I edit these, right? And we play these on the radio, just so you guys don't know. You might be listening on 98.3 KMWV in Oregon, and if you are, we appreciate you. But we plugged this to the radio station, and so I listened to my old podcast, and one of our co-hosts quit because he wasn't doing a lot of dating. And the show's called Dating with Disabilities. And the idea is guess what? Not dating is part of Dating with Disabilities, right?
I was wondering why the hell you wanted me on here.
The idea is if you were a great hunter, you probably wouldn't have met me anyways. You wouldn't have been me to poke at you and be like, hey, I got this podcast for you. You'd have been getting laid.
Would have been too busy sticking my spear in things.
He said I'd have been spearfishing instead. But the other part about it is part of the fun of dating, and I think part of the journey that we go through is making sure that we have compatibility. We have things to talk about, right? Like you're not dating when you're in a relationship. You're actually in a relationship. Right? Like if you told your girlfriend, yeah, I'm out here dating, she'd be like, no, bitch.
Emotional compatibility with one's partners? What?
Right? So
Never happened,
right?
Not these days.
Never happens. I've tried before, right? I've been on a million Tinder dates. Doesn't happen, right? So we're here for. We're here to talk about the trials, the tribulations, a little bit of everything. So good morning, everybody. It's me, Suitman. Unfortunately, Janejira is moving into her own apartment. So I shouldn't say unfortunately, but congratulations for her. And then I know Variety D had a show last night or something crazy. She's out of town. She's traveling. So make some noise for the people who couldn't be here, right? Like, yeah. Right. But we do have people here. First off, we're not transcontinental this week. We're just in two different countries. So give it up for my co-host this morning and comedian. And I'm going to get it right this night. It's Silvia Santasso, right?
No, wrong.
Also, oh, fuck it. Give it up for the comic Silvi. How you doing today this morning?
I'm good.
What's life like you're in Toronto, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like outside of Toronto a little bit. It's in Pickering.
Is it still summer or is it cold as shit up there? What's going
It's 21.
on?
It's good. It's really good.
Talking Fahrenheit around here, you piece of shit. I hate it. They're like, what do you want? Nobody gives a fuck about Celsius. Like
21.
it's X 32 plus 35, so that's 67 degrees this morning Fahrenheit. I hate doing the math for you fuckers. Come on now. This.
When you put it that way, it sounds nice and balmy, as opposed to before, where it was like, huh?
It's cold.
I'm American. I don't understand Celsius.
Baby, it's cold outside. That sounds horrible. And then I might have better weather than our guest today. Give it up for our guest today, Hollis Meunster.
Yay!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Tell them your name.
It looks like I just woke up. It's because I just woke up. Yeah, my name's Hollis Meunster. I live in Eureka, California, which Duante has been to at least once, probably more.
I've been there twice. The first time I drove through last time, we'll get to that in a minute. What's so big about Eureka? Explain to them what Eureka is. There's a couple of reasons. One of them is because of the smell, if you know what I mean. And the other one is
the Red Eye podcasts. It's a lot more than just the ones at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the weed capital of the world to the people who are just as autistic as the people on the podcast listening in. Yeah, we do a lot of weed, and then I guess the other thing would be like, I don't know, Bigfoot hunting. The people who have entirely given up on pursuing any kind of romantic relationship.
I only say that because when you think of these things, right? Like a lot of people, I'm not sure if you understand. Bigfoot is a big deal. I'm in Seattle, Washington, right? So Oregon, same fucking thing. Not Oregon, Washington, Oregon, same thing. And everybody thinks California is sunshine. How cold is it there this morning right now?
I mean, I'm from Texas, where it gets both colder and hotter. So like, still not cold enough that it should be for babies, but does that make any sense? We're gonna go with it.
Wake up!
The weather is beautiful and balmy every day, and anybody who's complaining about it is just like might be beyond helping.
See, I disagree. I thought in Humboldt you guys didn't get that hot, right? Like it only gets up to about what, like 85, or no? Am I wrong?
Yeah, 85 would be a pretty hot day.
Yeah, it's not like LA where they were getting.
I've only seen it north of 90 once, so.
Yeah, see, like that's what a lot of people think. You're in California, it's 150. Now it was only about 80 degrees with a little wind. Right?
Weirdly, like you go 3 hours inland, it like all the breaks are removed. Like Redding, it'll get up to 110 in the summer and then freeze solid during the winter. So it's absolutely terrible. Whereas here on the coast, we get to like pretend that doesn't happen year round. It's pretty nice.
Get to breathe. And then the other one, like with Bigfoot, the one I was gonna hope you were gonna say is not BH, SH, Savage Henry. You guys, you need off the wall, intimate clubs. What's Savage Henry like? And tell us a little bit about that place if you can.
Savage Henry is a comedy club, and I must not be a very good comedian because I'm utterly failing to come up with an interesting way to describe it. It's we have a nice little crew. For honestly, living in the town I'm in, I'm just happy that we have a comedy club. Like it's the first comedy club I've ever really spent a lot of time in, so I have no idea if it's representative or not. I did visit Seattle recently. Doesn't seem too wildly out of pocket, but
here.
Huh?
When were you here? I'm in Seattle. I wish I'd have known, fucker. It was this before you met me.
A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point. I was visiting my sister, and
I gotta put you on a show. I have a show like every. You're no good.
Well, I mean, now that I know, I'll be in touch next time I visit because I will be back. Seattle's a great city.
I get it's the only thing, and this would probably kick your ass. The hills. Did you? If you're in
Oh yeah, they did kick my ass. They very much did. I don't think we ever actually explained this to the people listening in. I do not have legs.
we're just here, Hollis.
You're getting there? Oh.
I was just like, hold on, let me backtrack. I just sound like an asshole right now. So, Hollis,
you're short. Hills are hard for you, right?
That's basically what I just did. Everybody's like, why did he say that? That guy
spoiled it.
He's got
like spoiler warning. Yeah.
His head.
Imagine how my parents felt.
Oh fuck. So, and we'll highlight this. So, I met Hollis, and he said he's got no legs, and that's kind of true. So I'm at an open mic, and I walk up and I see Hollis, and Hollis is a 4-foot person, but he's almost all torso, and so he's not a little person, is what I'm getting at. And if you look at him, you can see in his face he's not a little person. There's a difference, right? He doesn't have dwarf face and dwarf, like his hands are as big as mine, his arms are as big as mine. So in the back of my head, I was like, I couldn't walk up to you if you didn't notice. It took me a while to talk to you because I was like, I don't know how to do this. I got to catch him on the side. I don't want to just full frontally assault. Be like, hey man, you're not a fucking midget. What's wrong with? Like,
I mean, that'd be more subtlety than some people have shown.
You started talking to me, and you're like, I'm not a midget, and I was like, man, I wasn't gonna say that, but in my mind, I was like, okay. Wondering. Sorry, I'm not laughing. It's just in my head.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
I had all these questions because I'm like, because I saw you were sitting down and we were watching the mic, you know what I mean? And then you hopped off your little chair and I was, oh shit. So tell everybody what's going on and why I am losing my shit.
Yeah. So long story short is I was born without most of my legs. On my left side, I have most of the whole leg, but my femur is about an inch long. Like I have a tibia and a fibula, but my femur is like that long. So the result is basically that I have a knee attached to the hip, and it's useful enough. But then on my right side, I have a little 3-toed foot that I use to manipulate a prosthetic. So that's what we call being handicapped in my life. So
I like how you rolled it. That's what we call being handicapped in real life. You're cute, but you have great.
People are like, "Oh, you're not handicapped," and I'm like, "You haven't seen me climb a staircase."
Oh God.
And climb is the correct adjective or verb.
Yeah.
Verb. I know my English. So, I words good.
I hope I'm not being insensitive here. If you saw him, it's like seeing Lieutenant Dan kind of in Forrest Gump because you have all the top hat. I'm glad you rolled with that for me. Thank you. I wasn't trying, but you got the top half, right? And then when he said climbing stairs, it's like, yeah, I saw a video of the kid saying, I'm not handicapped. And he hopped out his prosthesis and landed on his 2 arms and pushed himself up. And he was like, it's the prosthetics that make me handicapped. And he walked out on his arms. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Right? Like, your mobility is different. And I wonder.
Differently abled, aka less abled. Like I get around, I do just fine, but like I have very little patience for that shit. It's like my guy, I'm a fucking torso. Like
Christ, he's like I've heard all
with head.
Yeah. Tell him.
And arms.
I muted
like,
you, Silvi.
I'm like Master Blaster, but no one's riding on my shoulders.
Oh God, you're killing me. I'm
I'm stealing this one, but I'm so short I have to go up on girls.
Oh gee.
Oh,
Yes. Silvi's like, I'm only 5 foot, so you don't have to go that far up on her. Actually, you guys are about the same height.
The same height, yeah. Actually,
All
perfect.
right.
Perfect.
Good.
How tall? He's like, I've never. Asian women aren't on the market in Eureka. Obviously, he's like, I haven't seen it around here.
Well, I mean, there's not much on the market. Period. In Eureka, it's my one time I ever got on Tinder for any serious amount of time, I ran out of potential matches before I ran out of likes, which was a sign to me that this was not it. After that, I'm just like, and I mean, like, Tinder is not a great place for handicapped people either, because it's like, it's fuck.com, and no one's like most of my charms are interpersonal, you know?
When they ask your height, you're like 4'8". You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want to say that. I'm like, it's not the whole story. It's like
6'2" jawline though, bitch. Like all my friends 6'2" and above, we look the same in the face, but
yep, sit me down. I'm the tallest man at the table, but like everywhere else, it's like, what happened to your legs? I wasn't taught boundaries. I'm a white woman.
Oh my God. You know what's funny? And I was going to ask you this. And that might be part of the problem. Because you know what I mean? A woman of color, I know black woman, an Asian woman, they get over it real quick. What wrong with your leg? Okay. All right. You still eat good? All right. I cook for you. You sit down, right? Look at Silvi. Yeah, I can go for that. She's like, yeah, you tell me what's wrong, what you like to eat. Every relationship's great, right?
Yeah, no, I don't mind answering, but like some people just have just no sense of like, is this out of pocket? Am I doing this like for my sake, or like am I doing this with the subtlety it demands? No, it's just like, what happened to you?
What the fuck, man? Like that. So, and you gotta understand, so you laugh, right? But
yeah,
you know, I was with Jimmy and Jacob and Tommy, and we all came down as a crew. I didn't come down with them, but I met them, right? And met up with him there. And so Jimmy's like, why are you staying back here? And I was like, I don't want to be mean to the guy. And he's like, what do you mean the guy? I was like, the little fucker, man. All I want to do is go over there and ask him what happened. And Jake was like, well, go talk to him. I was like, I can't do that. I'm fucking loud. Like and I'm feeling kind of uncomfortable with you here. Why don't you tell me what the fuck's going on? Right? I was like, you don't say that to somebody. Like, that is not how you approach this. But for my
sometimes you gotta fight fuck ups with fuck ups, man. Like just
I mean, once we talked, we got along. I didn't know how to, or at least I thought we did. That's when he's like, I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on you, sir. We'll talk after the podcast, right?
So tell me, Hollis, how do you proceed with dating then?
Well, I have kind of an interesting perspective on that. I grew up like evangelical megachurch kid in Texas. And my parents told me growing up that any dates I wanted to go on, I had to introduce to them first. So between that and like my crippling self-hatred issues that I didn't deal with until about like 5 years ago, I was just like, I guess I'm never going on a date then, and no one's ever gonna love me. So that was not great. But so now I'm like, I haven't been on a lot of dates, a few. None of them have gone amazingly, but I don't know. I'm trying to do the good Jesus freak thing, like trying to wait for marriage, find my one true love and all that. Got a prospect or two, but not like I've never really done much on the apps, as they say. Like our esteemed host.
Hold on, I'm not. First off,
the fuck master general here and his
I'm killing it. Look at me, I'm killing that over here.
Just so fly, man. I can't imagine you doing anything other than drowning in pussy. What can I say?
Oh God.
It's the mustache, right? Yeah. Imagine laugh. She's like, he is not drowning in pussy. That is definitely not. What the hell?
Hey man, compared to me, everyone's drowning in pussy.
God. Oh, so think you're hitting that? You're a virgin? Is that what you're saying, big guy? So
Yeah, that's I'm waiting, trying to. I've had a whole bunch of like very active fuckboy friends in my life, so I kind of got to live vicariously through them in high school. And like as much fun as they seemed to be having, the overwhelming impression I got was that this is a huge amount of drama, and for the most part, it doesn't seem to be worth it.
No.
Like some of these guys are stone cold assassins, and yet I'm like seeing them cry their eyes out about a girl who couldn't work at a Hooters, which is really vain, and I feel bad for saying it, but there's no going back now.
We're only putting this on the internet so everybody can Google you and see why you're a piece of shit later, right?
Right. Yeah.
He's more like Suitman than he knows. See, the more you go through the podcast, the more it reveals, right? I am not the bad guy. I'm the good guy. Plot twist. Well, I'm glad you're on, because so I had another guy, and I don't mean this in the bad way. I had one guy on who was I feel like a carbon copy of me. So he's mixed. He's from New York, but he was homeschooled with autism by his dad.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas I'm mixed. I'm in Seattle on the other coast. And I went to public school with my single mom, who's white, and he was with his black dad. So two totally different perspectives, everything else. But we're still the same age, still kind of weird. When we were on the TV, that we kind of look alike even, right? And so I was talking to him. He was like, yeah, I lost my virginity 2 years ago. I paid for it. It was $75 plus taxes. What?
Taxes?
That's the joke. But he was like, yeah, I bought a prostitute. I was like, I might as well get this out the way. And I
realized you paid sales tax on that, but all right, here we are.
Did you get the tips?
Tip, all right, from what he said.
Look, give and receive tips.
Yeah.
Like a masseuse, there's a minimum to get in the door, but some reason they're expecting an extra 20. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? Oh, just me. Sorry. Anyway, so he said, I don't mind using sex workers, and I'm not shaming it. Okay, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah, no, I don't judge people's choices. Like, they're one of the abiding maxims in my life is there, but for the grace of God, go I. Right. So I try not to judge other people's choices. I don't know what I would have done if I was in their shoes. I can't even wear shoes, man. No, I can. Just I have to. I always wanted to be like, people. I put my pants on the same way you do, one leg at a time. I just then put my leg on. Fine. It's fine. It's a fine joke.
I'm not gonna stand for this anymore. I can't stand. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I thought that joke had a.
Hey man, sometimes the low-hanging fruit is the tastiest.
Is that what you tell him, buddy? It's got. I've got road.
No, but if I ever like snap, it will be.
Is it a low-hanging fruit or low-hanging boobs?
Oh. You start with sugar, you end with sweet lows, right?
Oh.
Christ. But let me ask you, so now you've obviously went like in high school, and the reason why I say in high school is part of what this show is for, and I want you to understand, getting people to have their teenage kids watch it. And the reasoning is because they become adults, and all these kids, right? And then my one friend's kid, like 7:30 on a Sunday morning, like today, after going to the club, my friend tagged me in why did my son just say he saw Duante in a video on YouTube talking about his virginity? And I was like, yep, that's one of my Date with Disabilities show, right? But there's a lot of truth to that. Like, these people got to see what we look like when we grow up, right? Like, we look, right? And
a little bit of that it gets better in action.
Yeah, or worse. Let's just be honest.
High school sucks. I mean, bro, like high school sucks enough that like like odds are it's gotten better. I mean, if it hasn't, like it might still, but it's
You're like, it is what it is. But
for anybody who's like remotely outcast, remotely like abnormal, doesn't fit in, doesn't like just know exactly what they want to do by the time they're 18, high school is miserable.
Guess what? That's everybody.
It's this boring, low stakes ass world where nothing makes any sense and nobody has anything to do. Whatever.
I did everything I wanted, right? I had this conversation with somebody. I was an FBLA. I was a football captain, track captain, played basketball. We did peer mediator, right? Had all the shits, right? Did the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember about 5 or 6 years ago, my friend died, and I went to their funeral, and their cousins were there, and they're twins, Tina and Tana. And the only reason why I could tell them a difference is because one of them had a birthmark over their eye. And so Tina had a dot over the eye, right? And Tana didn't. And it's still, this is the day they told me that one time, haven't forgot. That's my hey, autism kicking in. You're like, I didn't need that fun fact, fucker. Anyways, they were like, I didn't know you were this high strung. We always thought you had it together. You were the cool kid. And all I heard was, I was the cool kid.
I'm realizing that a little bit from my high school experience.
Bingo.
I went to a party when I like had been out for a few years with a buddy of mine who was like pretty popular guy. And there's this moment I realized, like talking to a bunch of people from my old high school, that like there was just this collective understanding among all the jocks at my high school that if I had legs, I would have been their king. Like, it's like, oh, Hollis, yeah, the absolute giant who just roasts everybody who steps to him. Yeah, Hollis. Oh, wow. Like, apparently I've been this like mythical creature in the minds of my peers forever, and just like I've only just keyed in on it. So
that's what I was gonna say. And I'm not gonna be a dick here, but I'll take the other side of it, right? I'm pretty sure there are a ton of guys who've seen you just be the guy that all the girls aren't scared to be around, right? Not that you get what I mean? Like all the girls, hi Hollis, oh my God. Yeah. And whether or not you find it may not have been sexual energy, whether or not it was sexual or anything, all these guys see you getting all this attention from the chicks, right? Because you're, in a lot of ways, you're seen as harmless, right? You're just a little
safe, at least, yeah.
Not harmless.
Friend zones. You got the friend zones.
Yeah, fuck.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about being the guy waiting for marriage is you don't mind getting friend zoned so bad. It's like, yeah, this was always the plan.
Yes, we got to be friends first. That means you're interested. You're saying there's a chance. You fucking, oh my God. He's like, yeah.
That was also always kind of my attitude, was like, I feel like, because I knew guys who had gotten out of the friend zone with great effort and great enthusiasm, and just like you got to go for the gold medal in the Simple Olympics sometimes.
You do. I'm glad you brought that. Like, how can I put this? I remember.
That's how you get somebody out of your league.
I remember, like you were saying, like the whole, I can only imagine how, because people think, just because we're handicapped physically, right? They all think we have Down syndrome, right? I think that's
that is a real thing. Oh my God.
No,
like, Jesus, I'm not retarded. Are we allowed to use that word? I love it when people tell me like that's ableist, and I'm like, I have autism and no legs. I will use all the ableist language I please. Like,
we're gonna have you on another podcast. We're doing Autastic Artists with you too, buddy. We'll talk about it. Okay. Perfect. I need to start doing more of those. Anyways, that's great news. You're exactly right, and I'm glad you picked up on what I was getting at. I didn't know you were autistic, but I was gonna say a lot of people think just because I tell them I am autistic, right? They're like, well, you don't seem retarded. And I'm not. I'm not retarded. Like, they're like, you don't have Down syndrome. You could say all your words. I'm proud of you today. And I'm just like,
oh, fucking boy, bully for me.
not how this works anyway. Say like that's not.
You don't seem autistic. Oh well, thank you. I do my best to do the words good. Is this more what you had in mind? This is probably offensive.
Right. No, I'm deaf. You know how my different thought. You know what I mean? Like too. I know you're inviting me. I can meet your lip. Fuck you.
Just remember, it's not punching down when you're 4'8".
Oh God. But it there's a lot of truth to that, and I wanna express that and sit and revel in that a minute. Is there's gonna be the kids that are super autistic, and autism I think is something you do grow out of in some sense.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Let me finish. Not all.
You definitely adapt to it as you get older. Like I don't think it goes away, but you definitely learn how to manage it. And
what I was gonna get at is it's not that you grow out of it, right? But some parts of it you get better at, right?
Yeah.
Parts of it
and you can kind of learn to fight autism with autism sometimes, because like I got autistically obsessed with how to be a good conversationalist one time, and like, oh, that was great. That like got rid of half the autism as far as other people were like their noticing of it goes. It's like I was learning to talk with my hands and make eye contact and all that fun stuff that people struggle with.
Hey, how are you? No. I love how you said, yeah. For everybody who knew you, that was probably when they're like, yeah, Hollis is definitely autistic. Do you see?
Oh yeah, no, it's one of those where it's like, oh, that explains a lot. And I'm like, you're fucking telling me, man.
Hey, hi, hello, look at me. Hey, you're not making. Hey.
Honestly, like I got when I got diagnosed, it was like, huh, that explains a lot.
So I'm not officially diagnosed, right? But I have portable classes for first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, parts of fifth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade. What are portable classes? Do you remember that? That's special ed. When they take you out of regular classes and put you in class with the kid that drools and another kid in a damn wheelchair and another kid that just runs around cussing the whole time. The other kid wants to grab a knife when anybody tells him to sit down. That's pretty fucking normal.
This sounds like high school in Stockton. Oh.
And there were no gangs, okay? There were no Mexican gangs.
Well, now it's not Stockton.
But... No, okay, fine. It's Reading. It's Reading. Jeez. I like how you rolled your eyes. Did you win one of those adorable little high school awards, like biggest brown noser guy we'd love to hug the most?
No, by the time my senior year rolled around, I had all but the faintest of fucks left to give about high school civic life.
Thank you for telling all the kids that by the time I was a senior, it's like, fuck this shit, man. Let's get high. Let's get out of here.
No, I didn't even try any of that until like, I don't know. I didn't have a great home life growing up. So like that kind of preoccupied a lot of my mental health energies. I didn't start smoking weed until after I failed out of college. I was like, being a good kid got me precisely nowhere. Let's try drugs. Drugs didn't get me anywhere either, but it was a lot more fun. So.
Oh, God. You're like, it couldn't get any worse. I've already failed out. Everybody thinks I'm a loser when I get stoned.
I'm hanging out with all my, like, also failed to launch friends, just like, I genuinely did my best. I don't know it was a good job. Well, clearly it wasn't a good job, because here I am sitting around this table with a bunch of potheads. And I'm like...
I was like, hold on. I'm high. I was like, talk about us now? Hold on.
Now I am ready to try it. And it was like, I smoked some weed and I was like, oh, wow, this is bullshit. That's illegal. and made that my personality for a bit, and then got arrested, and that was like, you know what, I need a better personality. And
let me ask you this. I mean, you said you get high. Are you like? So I've been to Eureka, right? And I don't think. How many people are in that city? Like 10,000?
I want to say like 25,000 or so.
Okay.
Like probably closer to 30,000. There's a lot of people in Eureka who get those census requests, and they're like, yeah, that's going straight in the trash. So, like, I have a feeling the population's a little higher than it appears on the census, but yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of 25, 30,000.
The reason why I say that, so I'm driving down there and I get there and I'm like, there ain't shit to do here. Like, Savage Henry is the comedy club. We had a show that was supposed to be at the VFW there, and they're like, yeah, we get walk traffic. You get foot traffic to the VFW? What the? It's like, yeah, there ain't shit else to do. People know on Wednesdays you come get a. I was like, God damn. Do you talk? No, I've only saw you perform the one time, and you really didn't talk about it. Do you talk about your disability in your stand up a lot, or are you?
I haven't been as much lately, but I do. I have some jokes about it.
Do you feel like you have to? Like, is it on an open mic? You know, you're not really. I don't know, trying. Are you?
I mean, like my first couple months doing stand up, like literally almost all I did was riff on being handicapped. Honestly, my most reliable laugh a lot of the times is like, especially if it's a new club, I will walk up on stage and like the microphone will be set up for like normal height people. And I just get to like stare forlornly at it for a minute, just like up before I like grab it. That usually gets a reliable laugh or two. So then the next thing I'll say is like, you're all allowed to laugh at the handicap jokes. Because Eureka's really freaking woke, and sometimes people need that like little bit of encouragement.
So for me, I'm from Seattle. You've been up here finally, and I felt like Eureka was like a little neighborhood in Seattle. Like, it felt like if you ever come up here, go to Ballard, and then tell me if Ballard doesn't feel like Eureka to you, because it's the same feel, nothing but white people and their little dogs, right?
A little bit, yeah. It's I don't know. I feel like there's more meth here than there is in Seattle.
Oh, definitely no. I was gonna...
At least per capita. Like we have a lot of meth out here, man.
We just got to take you what part of the city were you in? Where does your sister live? Do you know?
She lives in Everett, but I was mostly in Fremont area. So
you're in the nice queer community where there's the rainbow crosswalks everywhere, and they do the naked parade. You know that, right? That's where they do the naked parade at. Whenever you see Seattle and you think about that parade with guys riding bikes naked or dicks bobbing, that's the neighborhood. The Fremont neighborhood. That's the one. That was like the friendliest neighborhood you could have went to.
I can see it. I'm glad I didn't. But I can see it.
I heard you were an extra. You were just there to bob on somebody's dick. That's all you were there for. You didn't even want to ride the bike. No, I'm just like, I like this. No.
Bicycle. Freddie Mercury would fit right in. No.
A bicycle, because it's bi. Oh, sorry. I do kind of
bisexual.
I do look like Freddie with the mustache and the hair today. What is going on? Jesus. So oh no, I'm not going to ask you that.
I look like Willie Nelson a little bit.
We got Sonny Bono and what's her name? Ono. What was the chick that
Yoko Ono?
Yoko Ono.
Oh, in the corner we got Yoko, Willie, and fucking Freddie Mercury. 80s.
You don't take that, Silvi? I would never let somebody compare me to Yoko Ono. Like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm more sophisticated than.
I don't know. Is she? I don't remember Yoko Ono. All I remember is she's married. Her father-in-law. What was his name? From the Beatles, right? Isn't that what it was? Or no, it's not the Beatles.
I thought she just dated John Lennon and like
Lennon,
music of her own, but like
I'm thinking of
Not a
the
huge Beatles guy.
what's his face groomed. I'm thinking of the never mind. I'm thinking of who's the white guy who was a fucking director who ended up dating his never mind.
Oh, that
Fuck now.
I forget. Yeah, I forgot the name. Yeah.
Yeah. The white guy director. He had a stepdaughter, and then he ended up
Married. Yeah.
Yeah, married her 20 years later, and then they had kids. He does all the fucking movies.
The Allen something.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened. Woody Allen.
I'm mad at Hollis's face. At first, he was like, "I don't." And then he went. And then the eyebrow went up, and you're like, "Oh no, oh no!"
Oh, what a pedo in Hollywood! That never happens. What?
Oh God! They showed the picture of Epstein and some woman. They're like, "We want the list," and I'm like, "Who's the woman? What's the list there?" I get it.
Petition to rename him Kevin Rapey.
That's like Kevin Spacey, right? He's the worst guy in the world. And then everybody said, I still remember the movie American Dream when all he did was fantasize about fucking his daughter's best friend, right? Wasn't that whole
in retrospect, he was kind of like telling us the whole time, wasn't he?
that movie and being like, I don't think I like this. This seems kind of rapey. It seems like he wants to fuck his daughter's best friend. Oh shit, he is.
Yes.
He doesn't go through with it, which makes him a good person or something. That movie's weird. I'm not much of a movie guy, and American Beauty didn't convince me to become one.
No, but do you get what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh, he just thinks about it, so it's okay. No.
No, it's still weird. It's just better. Like, it's not good though.
So my Asperger's came out in a dating moment. The girls were like, "Oh my God, remember what's the fucking movie with Dirty Dancing?" And no. And they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I'm black for one. There's no black characters in that. Second of all, isn't that the one where like the 30-year-old dude sleeps with like the 15 or 16-year-old chick on the summer vacation thing? They're like, well, no, she was 17, turning 18, and it was senior year. Oh, that makes it better.
Yeah. I vividly remember when like Kylie Jenner was turning 18. There was like all these rappers on Twitter like talking to each other about who was going to get to be the first to do it with her. And I'm just like, wow. Suddenly I understand why God wiped some cities off the face of the earth. Not saying I approve, just that I get it.
So I remember that reminds me of the girl. I can't think of her name, but Bad Baby, the little white girl, the little girl that was on what was it? Dr. Phil, right?
Why does she sound like she has Iggy Azalea as an idol?
She sounds like she's got Down syndrome, and she's trying to. That's what it is. Oh no! Oh no! Hand me, I'm not. Oh God! I'm going to hell. But today she started an OnlyFans, and her first over $1 million. Go Google online or whatever. She was number 2 last year. Bad Baby, the Cash Me Outside Girls OnlyFans is the number 2 grossing person online.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Everything else was OnlyFans. It was like TikTok or stuff like that, right? Other social medias, but she was number OnlyFans, and I was like, God damn. And
Cash Me Outside, how about that?
Yeah. Black people got EBT. That's not all us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're broke.
Hey man, I'm on food stamps too. This that podcast economy.
Oh, what am I getting again for this podcast? Yeah, we're paying in hopes and dreams and exposure. Just like
exposure. Just don't expose yourselves.
Oh no.
Should I undo it? But no, I shouldn't.
Hey, I'll undo a button.
Oh.
Do you even dance? Like I just slide a quarter.
I move my body to the rhythm, look like I'm having a good time, and do my best not to fall over. Does that count as dancing? I think it does when you don't have legs. But
oh no, this is your fault. You brought it up. You brought it. You Jesus Christ. I'm going to hell. I'm going. This is the day. The best is next month we got. So the next 2 months we got guys in wheelchairs. I hadn't had a guy in a wheelchair yet, and then somehow I got 2 in a row. I had a guy. Dan, the guy Jerry, I met him. He goes, you know what's the worst part? Everybody thinks my dick don't work. It's, dude, whoa, save it. I don't.
I have had people ask that before. In retrospect, it was girls. In retrospect, they probably wanted to see it.
In retrospect, you should have showed it, right? That was your.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Hey, you know, if you touch it, it grows. Did you? Put your mouth on it, it'll grow and shrivel up all at once. You know, I don't know, magic trick. Jesus Christ. Do you play that game? Because like you're a Christian boy. Have you got to second base? Like, is it what is it? Is it what do you guys call it? It's not if it ain't penetration, it's not sex. There's some way they
no, I try not to play stupid games with it like that. I'm like, if I feel like I'm doing something wrong, I usually am. And like I don't know. I'm like,
is it soaking? What isn't that what the Mormon kids do? If you don't put
soaking. Oh yeah. Fucking Mormons.
Put the tip in for a second, that don't count. Like as long as I don't go in and out, I just put it in, let it lay there, and then take it out. That's not sex.
Just let it soak up those vagina vibes.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I was I was in Texas, so we just get each other pregnant and don't tell each other how, or something.
So let me ask you: do you think the disability or the religion or your mental handicap have stopped you, or is it a personal choice? I gotta admit, there's gotta been at least one woman who's been like, I ain't never been with a short man before, and you're like,
oh, it's all of the above. Like I basically made it to the age of 25, a self-hating porn addict who thought no one would ever love him, and then I dealt with the self-hatred and the porn addiction and realized, like, wait, women love me. But I was like, you know what? There's nothing lamer than losing your virginity at the age of 25 and still having like this sordid sexual history to explain to somebody I fall in love with and want to have a family with. So I'm like if I'd realized that the ladies loved me when I was like 15, 16, 17, all bets are off. But like it's like I just don't see the point in like fooling around at this age. Like I'm a grown ass man. I got shit to do. I'm trying to build a life I'm proud of, and like I'm trying to build a life that like somebody wouldn't mind setting up shop in. And like I mean, it definitely is a little bit of a harder sell when you're like handicapped. I honestly think it probably would have helped me if I was just looking to hook up, because it would have been like, oh, I've never been with a handicapped guy before. But like, I'm not looking for that.
Hey, you want to see my longest leg?
I have before been like, yeah, leg 1 and 2 aren't doing so fine, but leg 3's.
And I don't mean that about it, and I didn't mean it. What I meant is I think it's a choice to be celibate. Like,
yeah, I'm a voluntary celibate. I'm not an incel, and some people get that twisted, and it's like,
no. And I that was the line I wanted you to kind of cross, is that it's not that you're a virgin because you're autistic or because you have no legs. I think of Eddie Murphy when I said that, Trading Spaces. Right. And
Some of the people who have gotten laid that I know, I'm like, this person should not be getting any pussy, and yet here they are
right.
getting pussy. So it's like, it's clearly not that.
And then once you figure that part out, you get over the fact of, and like I feels like you said it. You got over feeling sorry for yourself of who you were, what your situation was, and then you figured out, well, I probably could have been getting laid this whole time. And then you were like, but I didn't even really want to be getting laid. Like, that's not what I want to do anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I lived vicariously through all my fuckboy friends, and like, I love them, God love them, but man, they paid a price for it.
You say that so fast that it sounds like you're saying your fuckboy friends. Your fuckboy friends.
My friends who were, and some of which who still are fuckboys. It's yes.
But you say it so fast. My fuckboy friend. You're what?
Not my friends who fuck little boys. None of that.
I'm hearing. I'm like, hold on. You're saying that. Slow it down. You're douchey. Your guys that do cake stands and like, I'll eat your pussy better than I took that cake stand. What's up? High fives.
Honestly, like so many lines float through my head that it's like I'm convinced if I wanted to be a fuckboy, I'd be pretty good at it. My favorite that I ever thought of was just like would lock eyes with the woman and be like, I just want to strum you like my bass guitar and see what kind of sounds come out.
Oh God.
Like,
would you go for that, Silvi? Does that sound good? She's no.
no, not good, not good.
You're not winning with.
Nope.
Oh my God.
This is the nice thing about the voluntary celibacy. I can just live in the fantasy world where that's a great line that like makes the ladies go crazy and just not have to deal with the reality that they'd be like, ew, what the fuck?
What did you just say to me? What? No. Stay.
What the hell? Ew, now.
Come back, you fucker. Come here.
I've been recommended I should tell girls, ever had your pussy eaten standing up? And I'm like, what?
Why would that be a benefit? Usually they want to lay down and squirm.
Yeah, get luxurious with it. Yeah.
What the hell? Never mind. Oh, they pull your hair. They'll pull you off the ground. That's not going to be fun.
Can I ask you a question now? Hollis, is you also, because you're a celibate person, do you also think that you will find somebody that is also a Christian? I'm talking about whatever, and also you expect them to be virgin and also
not
waiting?
necessarily. Like it's just kind of the same commitment. Like I don't mind a history. I mind a present. Like if you had a season of a lot of cocks, it's whatever. But like if that season is today, then it's like, okay, this is what you're just gonna stop when we like get in a relationship? No, that's not how that works. But like, yeah, like I don't mind if it's in the past. Some dudes, especially Christian dudes, and I'm just gonna take a minute to soapbox about this. I hate some guys that and go to church and act like there's just some people who just can't imagine a woman who's not a virgin being like of equal value to one that is. Catholics in particular, I'm convinced it has something to do with like their conception of Mary, but that's probably blasphemy. Yeah, wow, managed to offend the world's largest religious demographic in this podcast, so that's nice. But yeah, like it's like.
What about your family, though? You said that it is important to get your family approval and all this stuff. So at this stage, it's still important.
What's still important?
It is still important to get the approval from your family as well.
Not really. But it's weird. Like I don't see eye to eye with my parents on much, but like we do have kind of the same core values officially. It's like
officially.
So it's like it's this weird thing where it's like we don't see eye to eye on anything, but we have a hard time articulating why. Then like part of me thinks it's probably just like children and parents being that wasn't anything, being like at loggerheads with each other. But yeah, no, my parents are they're supportive of like that's one of the things about my life they don't question. So
everything else, all the fuck boyfriends, they question that.
Fuck.
Fuck boyfriends, right?
What are those?
I was thinking that you're also like somewhat queer when you said like my fuck boyfriend. Like, I mean, what?
Friends who are fuck boys.
Yeah. They're like the guys that you just fuck, like my fuck boyfriend. Oh, you just fucked.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't thinking fuck boy friends. I was thinking your fuck boyfriend. Oh shit, are you bi? Hollis?
No, but I could be if I wanted to. Oh.
I'm not saying there'd be anything wrong. Oh, now you're getting me canceled. There's not a problem. And there's a problem if I am. No, sir.
No. I've had one gay thought in my entire life, and I vividly remember it. That's how I know sexuality isn't a choice, because it's like never had a gay thought in my life, and then one day somebody just like I was at this pool party. It was actually with a bunch of church friends. It was a weird night, but we're sitting around the pool, like, and we're all like the girls are asking all the guys questions about which guys they find attractive or would sleep with or something. I don't quite remember, but it was like, and all the guys were a bit gayer than me, but like they were like, oh, what about Joseph Gordon-Levitt? And I'm like, no, ew. Oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? I'm like, no. And then they're like, The Rock. And I'm like, damn it, I would suck that guy's dick. Oh my God, this is a gay thought. Oh, wow. Blew my mind.
Mind thinking about blowing his mind, huh? Oh!
As best I can tell, that only makes me bi if I'm in a room with The Rock.
Well, I mean, I look like him. It made me uncomfortable. So I was like, hey, hold on.
Not in the ways that count for me, man. No worries.
Jesus. Whoa. Did you just tell me I'm not sexy enough for you? Just shot down on the podcast again.
Oh, God. The ego is broken. The ego.
Have you seen this hair? You seen the mustache? Come on.
I'll be honest, like Jason Momoa could probably get away with it too, but
you're naming another guy I look like. You're lying. You think I'm a sexy bitch. It's I know you can't name all these Polynesian guys and be like, I don't find you attractive. Come on, don't lie to me. It's all right. It's all right.
Dude, I don't know, Duante. If you do like, you seem like you have the proportion of like The Rock's cheat days to regular days inverted. So
you're an asshole. You're calling me.
I don't need to date somebody with my body type.
You're in me, you little blah, you son of a bitch. You know what? We reached an hour on that note. Before I start fucking really getting canceled for talking shit to the bitch. God damn it! You're gonna get me, Hollis. I almost did it. Hey, we hit an hour. I don't know how it happened. Somehow we did our whole. Did you have a good?
Went by quick. Yeah.
Hey, do you want to hear me singing? I have a song about disability.
We're not singing today. You are not.
Oh, no.
Guest. She's like, I wrote a song about this. We're not doing a song today. No song. You're not the guest. Good try. We gotta get out of here. Hey, I've been Fab Productions. Say hi, Silvi. Give it up for the comic. I know there's nobody.
Thank you, Silvi.
Don't have Janejira on here on the damn fucking. There's nobody doing fucking whatchamajigs, sound effects. Give it up for our host, our fucking guest, Hollis Meunster. I'm a little special this morning. I'm finally getting tired, and I've been Suitman Duante Barnett. Hey, thank you. Put up. I finally got my shit together. Hey, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with a wheelchair guy who talks about how his dick works. So let's do it.
Thanks for having me, Duante.
Later, dudes. Oh.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.